Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are listening from around the world. You're welcome to my channel. I am nnekaonyiliofor. Today I'll be talking to you about how to deal with the imposter syndrome. This is a commemoration to the book that I published on how to win the imposter syndrome war, which is a guide for every career woman. The link is down there in the comment section. I would like to start with one of the stories that I shared in the book. This is a short story about Niki The Imposter. Niki wanted a position as the head of a business unit, seeing that the current head of the department had just resigned. She walked up to the MD, the managing director, and asked what it takes to become the new head of the department. The MD instructed her to meet with the human resources department and asked them. Niki walked up to the human resources department, and among the many answers they gave her a new job description for a potential head of department. Shared details of the role as well as the benefits and salary expectation. Niki was happy and took up the challenge. Months later, she accomplished one of the biggest goals the company has ever recorded. An A-list customer was signed up for the next 4 years. Congratulations! What you are doing is simply phenomenal. Outstanding. Many colleagues told her, "Bravo, you've just done it." It shows that you have what it takes to keep the motivation of the department up. You see, she went after something she wanted and she got it. But then there was a problem with Niki few days after. On one hand, instead of feeling a sense of accomplishment and confidence, Niki began to feel lost, unworthy of that new HOD status, incapable, scared, and anxious. This is one of the cases of the imposter syndrome. Research has shown that many females all around the world suffer from this syndrome more than the men counterparts. Then I dare ask you, have you ever accomplished so much in your life but you still feel like you are a fake or a fraud or incapable of reproducing that result again? This was also my case. Do you all of a sudden feel undeserving of the rewards you now enjoy from the sheer hard work and sacrifice you made in the first place? Just like Niki? Have you ever suddenly feel like you are not the right person for the job all of a sudden? Do you feel, or have you felt like you deceived everyone like Niki began to feel? No. These are all signs of the imposter syndrome. And let's look at how we can actually break off from this imposter syndrome. And in case you don't even know what this phenomenon is, I would like to start with a definition. The imposter syndrome is a psychological term that was coined by a clinical psychologist, Pauline Clance and Suzanne Imes in 1978. And it refers to a pattern of behavior where people doubt their own accomplishments and have persistent, often internalized fear of being exposed as a fraud despite evidence of success. This is a classical example or definition of what Niki the imposter was going through. Despite all that she has accomplished and all the praises and accolades that she received, she was drowned with the inner critic that keeps telling her that she does not have what it takes to reproduce that same result that she actually accomplished in the first place. So, how can we help Niki? How can we help Niki? So Niki is the case study here. How can I help Niki today? For me, I would tell Niki, identify that critic, name it, and address it. In some cases, the imposter syndrome will show up in different ways. They can show up like a Susanna in your life telling you don't have what it takes to reproduce that same results that you accomplished in few days or few weeks or few months ago. They can either show up like Mary, being bitter about your results. They don't want you to accomplish much more. They feel like you're going too high. Stay, settle, be complacent, be satisfied with where you are. So the imposter syndrome could actually show up like a Susanna or show up like a Mary. The most important thing is that you are able to identify this critic, you name it, and you address it. You know when they are talking to you, and you know how to get them out of your head. Yes, because if you don't do, they have a way of keeping you in your comfort zone. Two of them have that same mission. They have a way of making you stay stuck in a particular place called your comfort zone. And so you don't want to stay there. You don't want to settle in your comfort zone, because the best life is actually outside of your comfort zone. Secondly, my second tip for Niki is to adopt a growth mindset. Yes, you accomplished it and you feel like you don't have what it takes to do it again. No, even though it takes you more months to accomplish more, don't say that you don't have what it takes to accomplish it. Instead, tell yourself that you can do it. You can do it. You have the intelligence, the character, the creativity, the capacity required to reproduce that same success again. So don't say, this thing that I did is fixed, I can't do it again. No, you can even do much more. You can do better. Yes, a growth mindset thrives on challenge. Take on the challenge. Take much more. And, even though you fail, don't see it as an evidence of your own intelligence. Just see it as an opportunity to stretch, to grow, to learn, and to keep expanding. This Niki actually exemplifies what I experienced as a person. And I'm telling you that I had to tell myself this. So don't tell me I'm not good enough, that what I had was a sheer luck. No, I am smart, I am good enough, I have what it takes to reproduce that same result over and over again, and even do much more. This is how I get myself out of this kind of a scenario. My third tip for Niki also is to create her own metrics for success and align them with her purpose and value. Niki, you don't have to live by your company's metrics for success. You've accomplished an A-list customer for the company. What's your own metrics for success? Do you have to reproduce it again? What about keeping the relationship going? So it is not left for you to draw up your own metrics. So measure yourself by your own standard and not by the performance standard of the company. They have their own KPI, but you make up your mind that you are going to, identify what your goals are and what the purpose you are striving for. If yours is to acquire more customers or more potential customers, include it in your own metrics. Let it not just be only when you've signed up an A-list customer. Have a way of measuring your own success that brings you satisfaction, joy, and growth. Be kind to yourself. And don't be so mean because of the company standards. No, I am not in any way even suggesting that you should lower your own standard, but then have your own metrics and be fair to yourself, right? Yes, that's one of the things that I did, because I'm a sales and marketing manager, so I know what I'm saying. So when they give you that goal, even though you're not able to do it within the time frame you were given, do not say that you are unintelligent, or you're not smart enough, or you're not streetwise, you don't have what it takes. No. That way you're talking yourself down. Rather tell yourself you're smart and that you're good enough and that you have what it takes to reproduce. My fourth tip for Niki is to try affirmations every morning. Just before I walk out of that door, I try to align my mental, emotional, and psychological faculties to the realities of my social and physical life. I try to align them to my positive realities. I don't live my mental life one place being occupied with some dirty, negative stuff. No, I tell myself what I want to hear. I have what it takes to reproduce. I have the confidence to execute my goals. I have the grace, the grit, the motivation. I am capable of reproducing even greater results than this. I tell myself over and over again. So what these affirmations does, they help you to align. They help all your mental, emotional, and psychological faculties to align to your positive, social, and physical realities. So never leave them alone. At every point in time, put something in your mental, emotional, and psychological bank. It helps you because they become your realities in the long run. And my last tip for Niki is to talk to a mentor. Find a support system of mentors and allies that can actually help you go through this and overcome. So, this is what a mentor does for you. And as a mentor, I have been able to provide people with guidance because I've gone through this imposter syndrome before. So at every point, I want to help you grow your skills, make better decisions, gain new perspective on your life and career, and stay unstuck. Because sometimes this imposter syndrome show up to keep you stuck in one place so that you don't take action on what you really have to take actions on. Find such people in your space, just in case you need to talk to someone like me. Find someone who will be able to give you that guidance, motivation, in the counsel that you require to make a better decision in your path. So like Niki, sure, you conquer and do much more with your life. You can actually do much more with your life. So I look forward to having you again. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification button for new videos. I look forward to having your comments in the section.